Hope all of you are fine. Today we are going to start with 13th chapter of your book, that is classification of plants. Before doing classification of plants, first we will discuss 5 kingdom classification that is given by R.H. Whittaker in 1969. As we all know, there are millions of living beings that are present on earth. बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं जो अर्थ पे प्रेजेंट है. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स. दे कैन बी बैक्टीरिया, दे कैन बी वायरस, दे कैन बी एनिमल्स, और दे कैन बी प्लांट्स, और दे कैन बी एल्गी. ऑल दीज आर लिविंग थिंग्स वी कैन से. सो सारी लिविंग थिंग्स को इंडिविजुअली स्टडी करना पूरे लाइफ स्पैन में भी पॉसिबल नहीं है, बिकॉज देयर आर मिलियंस ऑफ स्पीशीज प्रेजेंट ऑन दिस अर्थ. सो साइंटिस्ट ने क्या किया, उन सब स्पीशीज को डिफरेंट किंगडम में क्लासिफाई कर दिया. जो सिमिलर स्पीशीज है उन्हें एक किंगडम में रखा, जिसके जैसे मोनेरा, जिसके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ज्यादा मैच होते हैं वो मोनेरा में. फिर प्रोटिस्टा. अकॉर्डिंगली दे हैव ग्रुप्ड दी ऑल लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म इनटू 5 डिफरेंट किंगडम्स अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर सिमिलैरिटीज वी कैन से. जो सिमिलर से लिविंग थिंग्स थे उन्होंने अलग अलग किंगडम में डाल दिया. फर्दर उन किंगडम को भी आगे डिवाइड किया है. वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी दैट इन हायर क्लासेस. राइट नाउ वी विल स्टडी ओनली किंगडम्स. सो व्हाट दी साइंटिस्ट हैव डन, बहुत सारे साइंटिस्ट ने की क्लासिफिकेशन, बट जो मोस्ट कॉमनली यूज होती है दैट इज द क्लासिफिकेशन 5 किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन गिवन बाय R.H. Whittaker. He has classified all the living organisms into 5 different kingdoms. So first kingdom is Monera, then Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. So first is Monera. Monera में जितने भी prokaryotes हैं, prokaryotes all of you know, हमने cell chapter में किए थे prokaryotes. So prokaryotes they do not have well defined nucleus. So all the prokaryotes they are primitive organisms, they are classified under Monera. Example is bacteria, blue-green algae. Then we have Protista. Protista are eukaryotes. Only Monera prokaryotes, rest all are eukaryotes. Even we talk about Protista, Fungi, Plantae or Animalia. All these are prokaryotes. That means new in origin, and they have well-defined nucleus and cell organelles are also present inside the cell. So Protista they are eukaryotes. An example is protozoa. Then we have fungi. All of you know fungi. हमने किया था. In microorganisms we have fungi. These are non-chlorophyllous thallophytes. They can't perform photosynthesis. So these are heterotrophs or saprophytes. Then we have Plantae. Plantae, all the species of plants are included in this kingdom. So these are photosynthetic multicellular organisms. Then we have kingdom Animalia. Animalia it includes multicellular motile heterotrophic organisms. That means all the animals are included in Animalia kingdom. So in this chapter we will study only one kingdom, that is Plantae. All of you have to draw the slide diagram in your notebooks. So now this is classification of plants. All plants can be divided into 2 parts on basis of their differentiation: undifferentiated and differentiated. Now what is undifferentiated? Undifferentiated means the whole plant body cannot be divided into leaves, root and stem. जो plant है हम उसे divide नहीं कर सकते 3 parts में. We can't differentiate that this is root, this is stem and these are leaves. Bryophytes. In bryophytes, this transportation of water and minerals and food takes place by simple process known as diffusion. Now, specialized vascular tissue in the plants in which xylem and phloem is present can be further divided into two types. Do not produce seeds, produce seeds. So these pteridophytes they do not produce seed. Then how they are going to reproduce if they do not produce seed? हमने तो अब तक यही पढ़ा है ना कि प्लांट रिप्रोड्यूस करते हैं with the help of they produce seeds and then new plant is grown with the help of that seed. But in pteridophytes spore formation takes place. So reproduction takes place with the help of spores. Now the plants that produce seeds or they reproduce with the help of seeds, they can be further divided into two types. They bear flowers and do not bear flowers. All of you know angiosperms, they bear flowers. Flowers are the reproductive parts of plants in angiosperms. But in gymnosperms, they do not bear flowers. They have either they have naked seeds or they have cones for the process of reproduction. So they do not produce flowers. So they do not have fruits for protecting their seeds. जो उनके seeds होते हैं वो open में present होते हैं. So that is gymnosperms. So this is the classification of plants. Now first we will discuss thallophytes. This is one of the diagram of image of thallophyte you can see. Its body cannot be divided into root, stem and leaves. So these are not differentiated. These are mostly aquatic or some are terrestrial and grow on wet rocks. आपने देखा होगा algae is an example of thallophytes. Algae normally जहाँ पे भी थोड़ा moisture content ज़्यादा होता है वहाँ पे algae grow करती है easily. Even on the wet walls or in rainy season you can see very well in grounds. जो parks होते हैं वहाँ पे भी algae दिखती है आपको. या कोई drain होती है या कोई you can say small जो नाली होती है उनमें भी दिखती है आपको algae. So it is very commonly seen. And they exhibit autotrophic mode of nutrition. Algae in algae, chlorophyll is present and they perform photosynthesis. So this is an example of thallophytes. And their sex organs that are simple, single cell and no embryo formation takes place in thallophytes. In rest, all other types of plants, embryo formation takes place. In thallophytes, embryo formation do not take place, and these are autotrophic. So next type of plant is bryophyte. So bryophytes, their body can be differentiated into root, stem and leaves, and they do not have vascular tissues. So xylem and phloem is absent in bryophytes. So how they are going to transfer or how they are going to perform conduction of water and minerals or transportation of food inside their body. So that is done by a simple process known as diffusion. So they can be found both in water and on land. That's why they are known as amphibians of the plant kingdom. And their body is usually small in size and embryo stage is present in bryophytes. Example, mosses, liverworts. And bryophytes can be further divided into liverworts, mosses and hornworts. So these are three types of bryophytes: liverworts, mosses and hornworts. Now next we have pteridophytes. Their body can be differentiated into body can be fully differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Vascular tissue is present. They bear flowers. Seed formation takes place, and they can be of two types: monocots and dicots, on basis of the cotyledon present inside them. Example: mango tree. Mango, lemon, apple, all these are angiosperms. Hibiscus, rose, all these are angiosperms. So they can be of two types: monocots and dicots. Now cotyledon. What is cotyledon? Cotyledon is a significant part of the embryo within the seed of a plant. Cotyledon देखा होगा आपने, ग्राम सीड देखा है या we can say kidney beans और pulses जो जुड़ी हुई होती हैं, उनमें क्या होता है, अगर आप ले लें ग्राम सीड और उसे टू पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करें तो इजीली टू पार्ट्स में डिवाइड हो जाता है. उसके ऊपर क्या होती है, सीड पोड. सो इनसाइड द सीड these are known as cotyledons and embryo is present inside these cotyledons. अगर आप ग्राम सीड्स को लें और थोड़े दिन के लिए वेट कॉटन में रख दें उन्हें, तो क्या होगा थोड़े दिन में? What happen after 2 days? They start growing. Embryo start coming outside the gram seeds. So that is embryo that is present inside these cotyledons. So on basis of the number of cotyledons, we have divided angiosperms into two types. That is monocots and dicots. In monocots, single cotyledon is present, and in dicots, two cotyledons are present. Example: